Okay, this is the 1927 Model T Ford. This was the last year the Model T was produced when Henry Ford made 15 million of these cars. The 15th millionth Model T was produced in 1927. So the 1927 is the epitome of all the improvements Ford made to the Model T Ford car. It was superseded the next year by the 1928 Model A Ford, which was another very successful car which ran for 4 years. Henry's Model T Ford, any part from 1908 will fit the 1927, and the 1927 parts will fit the 1908. So that's what makes these cars so collectible, is there's 5 major companies where you can get any nut, bolt, pump, anything you need for them. 1927 Ford kept the 20 horsepower engine with the magnetos. That is, the Ford needed no battery to run. It had a series of magnets in the flywheel that, with the hand crank, could be utilized to produce AC volt current to start the car with the hand crank. You could also run without a battery, just utilizing the hand crank. The other amazing thing about the Ford was it had no oil pump and no standard water pump to brake. So this was 2 more items that led to its reliability. It was 2 less things to brake on the road. The changes in the 1926 and 1927, the major changes, was a change to the tires. They went to a more modern wire wheel with balloon tires versus from the old wood spoke carriage tires. And they also moved the gas tank from under the driver's seat to on the front cowl. And the front cowl tank, like on a number of modern cars back then, was right here on the firewall. The interior remained a 5-passenger with 3 passengers in the back and 2 passengers in the front. However, many families crammed a lot of kids in these things, going to church on Sunday, etc. But they are just amazing automobiles. The engine was water cooled with thermo force, that is, the hot water flowed to the top of the engine, went into the radiator and flowed down where it cooled, and then back to the engine. So it required no water pump. Henry Ford maintained the hand crank on all of his models from 1908 to 1927, and this continued with the Model A from 28 to 31. Wires were powder coated so they didn't rust. Just all in all, an amazing automobile with 15 million built.